after some hiatus during the pandemic. And we want to know more about Festival Purnama 2023. That's why we have InJourney Marketing and Tourism Program Director Maya Watono in the studio today. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me. Thank you for having InJourney.
It's been a pleasure as well to have you here. And how do you know today's theme is blue?
Yes, by accident. We're all dressed in blue.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Looking great.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, it's good to hear that this year's Vesak celebration will return in its primary form. We know that there are some Thudong ritual happening as well, where the monks are walking on foot from Thailand to Indonesia.
currently walking from Thailand to here to Indonesia to Borobudur. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And also the festival, the upcoming festival. So tell us about, a little bit of glimpse of the festival.
Yeah. So I think this year's Waisak is actually an incredible momentum for all of us because, as you mentioned, Alia, it's after hiatus during the pandemic. We know that during the pandemic, tourism is one of the most badly hit sector, and we know that the recovery, we need that accelerated recovery for tourism. And this year, for the first time, we will have a big celebration for Waisak in Borobudur, and we will release 3,000 lanterns on the 4th of June. So this will be the largest ever. And we will have a 1 week long of festival. We call it Festival Purnama or full moon festival, whereby there's 20 events. There is main events, there's side events all over, not just in Borobudur, Magelang, all over Central Java, Jogja and Central Java, so that we can all celebrate, especially there's a long weekend upcoming from Thursday to Sunday, so that we can celebrate the long weekend, increase the tourism on, of course, the economic impact. But on top of that, I think it's a great momentum and milestone for Borobudur, because I think, as Eric has mentioned, a destination without a soul is lifeless. So I think to have as a momentum to reposition Borobudur as a place of heritage, spiritual, and actually showcase Indonesia at its best, unity in diversity, to showcase that within this upcoming Waisak. I think it's a very proud moment for us as the tourism holding in Indonesia. Also a proud moment, I'm sure, for everyone, that this actually can be celebrated again in Borobudur.
I can't remember the last time I was in Borobudur, so I think it'll be a great time. It's like the perfect time for anyone who hasn't been to Borobudur in a while to go at this
Are you
right
going to
moment.
fly to Borobudur tomorrow for the break?
Can we go?
Can we go? Yeah.
All right, but so we know that Festival Purnama is organized under the leadership of the Indonesian state-owned enterprise ministry through its aviation and tourism holding company. But we want to know more about InJourney. What's the role of InJourney in this whole festival?
Yeah, so InJourney is actually it's a new in inception. It's a holding company for tourism and aviation in Indonesia. It's the first of its kind. It's actually the largest in Indonesia, but it's actually also the largest in Asia, because this is the first time, I think, the state-owned enterprise in Indonesia are able to integrate all of the tourism sub-holding under one umbrella, one roof. And it spans across tourism and aviation. Aviation will come a little bit later, but we have airports, we have airports management, we have aviation and cargo, we have destination development. So we focus on the 5 priority destinations of Indonesia, one of them being Borobudur, of course, but we have Labuan Bajo, which recently hosts the Asian Summit. We have Mandalika, which hosts the MotoGP as well. We have Toba, which also had the F1 powerboat recently. And we have Likupang and Borobudur, which we extend to the area of Jogja, Solo, Semarang. So the role of InJourney it is fairly new. It's only been 1 year. So it actually to accelerate the recovery of tourism in Indonesia post-pandemic. So as I mentioned, tourism is one of the most badly hit sector of during the pandemic. So an accelerated recovery is important, and hence why the holding was created. to have that accelerated recovery of tourism. Secondly is to integrate the whole ecosystem. So from hulu ke hilir lah in Indonesian we say. So integrated ecosystem. So we have from what I mentioned, from airport, aviation cargo, destination development, destination management or attraction management, all the way to retail under Sarina, so retail operatorship that showcases the beauty of Indonesian local products.
Yeah.
So that everything integrated into an ecosystem, and we focus on destination development, destination branding. Then we elevate everything and into one ecosystem under InJourney.
Wow, that's great. I mean, tourism or tourist experience or immersive journey is one thing, right? So you have to have the whole chain connected together as an ecosystem, as you mentioned. So let's go back to the Festival Purnama. So what's the role of InJourney and how do you make sure that preparations are going well? How many stakeholders there are?
A lot of stakeholders involved, and I mean, we cannot thank enough of sort of the cooperation of everyone, the collaboration of every stakeholders to make this happen. Of course, for Buddhist community, Walubi, who hosts the event for Waisak, it's a very important event for Buddhist community, but also the support from every stakeholders around Borobudur, Magelang, Central Java to host this event is incredible. And we know that there are currently monks walking towards Borobudur. They've been walking 2,600 kilometers. They will arrive in Borobudur on Thursday, 1st of June. So we will accept, and just the excitement of everyone is very tremendous for this event. And our role as a holding of tourism ecosystem, we have to facilitate in order to increase, because at the end of the day, it's also for Indonesia to increase the traffic to Borobudur, but also to showcase Indonesia as at its best, you know, heritage, culture-based tourism, and unity in diversity.
Yeah. So, is there any special message that InJourney wants to deliver to the public through a Festival Purnama?
I think in terms of message, I think it's more, we are very excited that all of our destinations are now back, and we would love for everyone to travel all over Indonesia.
Yes,
so
definitely.
if you can, please travel domestic, don't travel abroad. We have such beautiful locations all over Indonesia that we could explore. And I always say our destinations in Indonesia are hidden gems, because they're absolutely beautiful, but they're sort of untapped. So now it is our role to elevate these destinations through destination development and destination branding. So I think this, I hope that everyone can enjoy and explore Indonesia, travel throughout Indonesia, and spend when you travel in Indonesia, so that we can improve the Indonesian tourism together.
That's great to know. I mean, hidden gems can't stay as hidden gems forever, right? They have to be revealed gems. So InJourney must be so busy, because Indonesia has been hosting basically the G20 ASEAN summits and all other big events here in the country, and we have the superpower destinations to be visited. So what are the upcoming plans that you can reveal to all of us?
So our focus for our, I guess, calendar of events is on the super priority destinations. But I think when we speak about destinations, it's interesting because it's like talking about a product. You know, the product itself has to be good in order for people to visit. And then so we have to build everything surrounds that destination. So infrastructure, facilities, accommodation, amenities, facilities, and these are what I guess previously lacking, or we need to elevate. And hence, once that destination is ready, such as for instance Bajo, recently we can host Asian Summit, so that the awareness of that destination all over the world is elevated. So I think it's a form of creative marketing, essentially. So you work on the product is there, and then we work to elevate the destination through a big international events. After this Vesak for Borobudur, we have MotoGP in Mandalika in October. We will also have another water sports competition in Toba in November. So we have always our calendar of events in our priority destinations for people to visit.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean, and you are probably one of the persons in the world that is very Pak Eric picked you because you're the right person to do that. Where he's having a birthday today, but yeah,
yes.
I was going to talk about.
Happy birthday, Pak Eric.
I was going to talk about Maya, Ibu Maya. You are a woman with 3 kids. You're a mother of 3 kids, and you're busy 365 days in a year, right? And thinking about how Indonesia can be promoted, to the world. So how do you manage this? I mean, as a woman, as a mother of 3, and tourism of Indonesia.
I thought I was supposed to talk about tourism.
Yes, woman in tourism.
And not only that, but I can tell that you work out. So you actually have time to work out. Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah, managing all the time.
Yeah, managing. I think the key is to try to, as much as possible, strike a balance in life and work. I happen to love this job, and I thank you for this opportunity. I mean, previously I was the CEO of a multinational agency in Indonesia, and I've always been in private sectors all my life. 16, 17 years I was in private sectors before Pak Eric asked me to join. And of course I was hesitant at first because I have no idea whether I could or but now that it's been 1 year in Journey, I enjoy it immensely because I can see that we can make a lot of difference. We can make a lot of difference in Indonesia. We can, for Indonesia tourism, for the destinations, for the development, we do have the resource, the tools, if we want to do it. So the achievement makes me excited to work, and even though you're tired, if you're passionate about your work, it helps.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting. I think we mentioned previously about destinations. So Indonesia, the hidden gems.
Yeah.
Indonesia has the highest index of tourism asset in Southeast Asia.
Wow.
Unfortunately, when we convert that to travel, we are the lowest.
Right.
So we know that the potential is there, but it hasn't been maximized.
Yeah.
So that's our role also to maximize, so to develop the destination and then promote it in a way that is meaningful and impactful. And at the end of the day, it's also about the economic impact, the traffic, the spends, everything that's generated from that. So so I think I love what I do.
Yeah.
At the moment, I mean, the ability to contribute is what drives me. But I mean, of course, there are times when they're tough and the kids are waiting at home. But
that's true.
But yeah, and then I mean, fortunately, my me time is running.
Yeah.
And so I love to run, so that helps. So I run and then you get fit,
Okay, well, that's great. I mean, that's a good tip as well for us mothers of 2 and 3 as well. So thank you so much for sharing with us, and hopefully InJourney will have, an immense, very precious times with Indonesia, with all of its hidden gems, and we really want to see how Indonesia can actually be, bloomed and heard a lot outside.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maya.
Thank you.
So that was our discussion with Maya Watono, and very interesting. So Yani, I think it's time for us to travel again in Indonesia,
please.
right?
Actually, I can't wait to go to Mandalika again.
Yeah,
October.
super priority destinations. All right, but for now, we're going for another break.
And after the break, Adit will deliver some economics and business updates. So don't go anywhere.